Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lupita, owner and creator of Maya's Creations. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, the button below, and click the little bell next to it just to get a reminder and whenever one of my videos goes up. Now that that's been said, let's get into the video. So in today's tutorial, I am going to show you guys how to print and cut using your silhouette. It is very hard to learn how to print and cut. I honestly just learned myself a couple months ago. I was actually cutting or printing on my regular printer and cutting with scissors. So until my husband was like, hey girl, you need to perfect your cutting. So I was like, no, I need to learn how to print and cut using my silhouette. So that's what I did. I learned how to print and cut, and now I'm gonna show you how to print and cut using your silhouette and your silhouette software. So all you're gonna need is your computer, you're gonna need your silhouette and a printer. And let's get into the tutorial. It is going to be voiceover because I did recorded it a couple days ago, so I hope you enjoy it, and give me a thumbs up if you do like the video, and if you want to see something similar, just leave me a comment below. Thank you, and let's get into the tutorial. Alright, we are going to start by going into our search engine, and we are going to type in the image that we are looking for in our search bar. In this case, I was using or looking for funnel and crew, and I always like to use the PNG files. So let's go ahead and do that. Once it's done, your images are gonna come up, and you just look for the image that you like. In this case, I didn't like any of them, so I went into the recommended images, and I pressed on this one right here, and now it brings all the characters and the image I wanted. Now I'm going to click on this image, and I'm going to save it to my desktop. Once that is saved, I'm going to go ahead and exit my search engine and open my silhouette. I'm going to go ahead and open a new file. And I always like to drag my image from my desktop into my silhouette. I just find it easy, but you can always go to File, Open, and look for the image that you just saved. In this case, I'm going to use this one right here. Open, okay. And now, because we are printing and cutting, you want to make sure that your registration marks are on. So let's do that. Let's turn our registration marks on. And also, you want to make sure that your image is inside the registration marks. So let's move our image inside. Okay. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and get it ready for cutting. So we are going to trace our image. We're going to highlight the entire image right here. And you don't have to highlight all your design. You just want to make sure that the outline is highlighted enough for your cutting. So once it's all highlighted, and I move my threshold, and go ahead and press trace and detach at the bottom. Now that that's done, I always like to delete or erase whatever was left after I detach it. And I also like to give my image a different color outline, so I know which line I want to cut. So I'm gonna select a pink outline for my image. Now that that's done, let's go ahead and give it a little border. I like to give it a border. You can always cut as is, but in my case, I'm going to show you how to cut it with a little border on your image. So we're going to go to the offset button. Once you see that big border right there, I don't like that thick of a border, so let's bring it down to a 0.025, and it brings it back down. It is not too big, it's not too small, it's just enough. So I also like to change the color of my border, and I'm gonna choose a blue color in this case. So my machine knows that I want to cut on the blue line instead of the pink. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and group my image. To do that, I right-clicked it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and print my image on my regular computer, so print. So I went ahead and added all the other designs that I was gonna use for this project, and I did my tracing and my offsets for this design, and I went ahead and printed my project, and here's what it looks like. Now that it's done, I'm gonna go ahead and send it to my silhouette. Let's place our vinyl. Load it into our machine, and we're gonna go back into our software, and we are going to click on send. When this is done, you can go into your material and select vinyl or printable vinyl, but in my case I like to use a cardstock plain at all times. I don't move that. Now let's go into action. This is where you are going to change where the machine is going to cut, because you want just the top layer to be cut, not all the way through. So you see how I have two different selections. One is my pink and the other one's the blue, and we want the machine to know to cut on the blue line. So we're gonna go ahead and select the blue, and once I have sent this to my machine, it will tell it print or cut on that blue line. So we're gonna go ahead and send it. And at first, our machine is going to read our registration marks. So it's reading, and now it's starting to cut. And we're just gonna give the machine a few minutes for it to cut, and we'll come back to see the results. All right, guys, so this is the cup that I'm gonna be making for my cousin. And my machine has finished printing out the little designs that are gonna go in there. So now let's test it out. Let's see if it worked. There you go. There's your sticker. Super easy, super simple. I used to do it, my designs, cutting my designs by hand. And let me tell you, I was not very good at it, so I had to learn how to print and cut. And now let's place this where I want it to go. It's gonna go right there. There you go. See how pretty it looks? Very easy. If you have any questions, any comments, any tips or tricks for me, please leave them in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. I read all you guys' comments. And yeah, if you want to see something else, again, leave it in the comments below. and I will see you on my next one. Have a great and amazing day. Bye guys.